And now to this, the Hyundai plant in Bryan County is at the center of an immigration and customs enforcement operation today. A Homeland Security spokesperson confirming the details to our sister station down in Savannah. Now, outside of the plant, a heavy law enforcement presence was visible, and the main road into that facility was blocked with Georgia State Patrol troopers stationed at the entrance.
Warrant for this entire construction site, okay? We're Homeland Security. We have a search warrant for the whole site. We need construction to cease immediately. We need all work to end on the site right now.
At a Hyundai plant in Georgia today when ICE agents suddenly appeared on site. Our sister station in Savannah reports people there panicked when ICE arrived with multiple Humvees and started searching cars at the plant. A whistleblower there has previously warned of undocumented immigrants working in unsafe conditions. Today, some people ran, jumped fences, or used rooftops to try to escape ICE agents. Now, this is a developing story, and we're working to learn if anyone was detained.
Warrant for this entire construction site, okay? We're Homeland Security. We have a search warrant for the whole site. We need construction to cease immediately. We need all work to end on the site right now.
Calling y'all. Line them up on the wall. We ain't no criminals.
So look, y'all, a thing happened. It's called ICE. They swooped down on this Hyundai manufacturing plant in Ellabelle, Georgia, to be exact. That's like 30 minutes outside of Savannah. At least 450 people arrested. I mean, it was massive. They had everybody out there from the Georgia State Patrol to the FBI and Homeland Security. As soon as they got there, the illegals started scattering, running all over the place. They tried to escape from the roof, tried to hide wherever they could, but at least 450 of them got arrested because there was nowhere to go, nowhere to hide, you know what I mean? No immigration crisis team could even make it there to clean up the scene. And of course, if they tried to leave the parking lot, they had to turn back around because the state police blocked every entrance and exit.
Breaking news out of South Georgia, where 450 people are in custody after a massive immigration raid at a Hyundai plant. This is just outside of Savannah. This is one of the largest and most high-profile manufacturing sites in the state, employing about 1,400 people. Workers say hundreds of agents in several different agencies participated in the sting.
We are actively conducting an investigation into unlawful employment practices going on at this massive multi-hundred acre construction site behind me.
Homeland Security says the investigation is expected to continue beyond tonight. Hyundai says that it is cooperating with law enforcement and committed to abiding by all labor and immigration regulation.
6:37 now. Hundreds of people arrested during a major immigration raid at a Hyundai plant near Savannah.
Federal agents say the site is now at the center of a criminal investigation. Our Ariana Maniz is live in the newsroom this morning.
So Ariana, what do we know so far about this operation?
Well, Jonathan and Aisha, the raid happened at one of Georgia's most high-profile manufacturing projects, a site that's been touted as the biggest economic development investment in state history. It's a 3,000-acre campus just outside of Savannah where Hyundai builds electric vehicles and a battery plant is currently under construction. Authorities say about 450 people were taken into custody during Thursday's enforcement operation. Video posted on social media shows Homeland Security agents in tactical vests ordering work to stop with construction crews in safety vests lined up in groups. Witnesses described it as an emotional scene, some workers crying, others quietly waiting as officers checked IDs one by one. A bus was seen leaving the plant with detainees on board, federal officials confirming they were being taken into custody. The Department of Homeland Security says this is part of a broader criminal investigation into unlawful employment practices. Now, we've seen under President Trump, ICE has conducted similar raids at farms, restaurants, and construction sites as part of a broader immigration enforcement push. Meanwhile, Hyundai says it's cooperating with authorities and that the company's existing EV plant was not affected. Authorities say this investigation here in Georgia is still active and expected to continue. Back to you.
Ariana, thank you. Today, state lawmakers and military veterans will speak out against a new deployment of Georgia National Guard troops to assist in those ICE operations. Right now, about 70 Guard members are assisting ICE with administrative and logistical operations. But at today's press conference, officials will instead urge more thoughtful, community-based solutions. Legislators say protecting Georgia means safeguarding both security and civil liberties.
And look how they use black people to get on the news. They have this black woman here repeating this foolishness, talking about civil and security liberties for illegal immigrants that's not even supposed to be here. But tell me why they don't let her get on the news and stump for the economic repair of the black community. Nah, they won't ever talk about that. But they use her skin color and her voice to push for illegal immigrants running around here taking 450 jobs in Elabelle, Georgia. You know how many Americans, black, white, whatever, could use a decent plant job in this area? It's a bunch of black people in the Savannah Metro that could use that job. But you know, you had the goofies running around talking about what's a black job. And then they use a black woman on the news to put the cape on for all these other people, basically rooting for the economic benefit of non-Americans. That's directly impacting her own people in the same area that desperately need economic repair. This is what they do. They constantly use black faces to do this.
Our top story tonight, a major federal operation unfolded this morning at the Bryan County mega site in Elabelle.
Workers tell WSAV that hundreds of law enforcement vehicles poured into the Hyundai Motor plant with some employees led away in handcuffs. And WSAV Sarah Smith is live outside to tell us what we know so far.
We're unsure exactly how many people were arrested here at the Bryan County mega site, but we did confirm with an HSA special agent that this is a massive operation, and we got a glimpse at what happened during that raid from photos and videos sent to us by workers inside.
Okay, we're Homeland Security. We have a search warrant for the whole site. We need construction to cease immediately. We need all work to end on the site right now.
A woman who says she works at Hyundai tells me she saw people being detained, some crying and screaming, others quiet and scared.
And then the news love reporting it like this, trying to make everybody emotional, talking about you had people screaming and crying. Nah, what they told black people for years. So let's go ahead and keep that same energy. You know you didn't have no papers. What you doing down to the plant anyway?
Photos and videos from inside quickly surfacing online. What looked like hundreds of undercover law enforcement vehicles and Humvees flooded Kia Drive, the main entrance to the mega site.
Homeland Security Investigations agents, along with ICE ERO, the FBI, DEA, ATF, CBP, U.S. Marshals, and Georgia State Patrol conducted a judicially authorized enforcement operation.
Georgia State Patrol controlling who enters and exits the site, a helicopter also circling the area. We're told those who were cleared to leave were given this paper and told not to return to work for the day. We did see what looked like 3 workers crossing Highway 280 and being picked up from the site. We also saw buses pulling out of Kia Drive. Officials confirming detainees were on board.
We are continuing the operation. Arrests are being made, and we will be providing additional details on the outcome of today's operation tomorrow morning.
The ICE-led raid happened early Thursday morning at the HLGA battery site, part of the sprawling Hyundai mega site in Bryan County. Federal agents in tactical gear, supported by Georgia State Patrol, FBI, and DEA, entered the facility under a criminal search warrant tied to alleged unlawful employment practices. Unmarked buses were seen leaving the site, and officials confirmed last night in a post that about 450 people were detained from the site. Meanwhile, Georgia labor leaders have slammed the raid as a politically motivated attack on immigrant workers, while state lawmakers are calling for stricter oversight.
We are making many arrests of undocumented individuals. We have encountered many lawful employees working here, United States citizens and lawful permanent residents, and they are, of course, being released.
Now, the company behind the plant, a joint venture between Hyundai and LG, say it's cooperating with investigators and has temporarily paused construction. With the battery plant still months from completion, questions now loom over the workforce stability and the future of the project.
Nah, there's no need to worry about the future and stability of the project. It's very simple. Have a job fair, get promoted just like you're promoting this, and I bet hundreds or even thousands would show up to replace those 450 jobs easily. People will come from Pooler, Savannah, Garden City. Folks will even drive from South Carolina for those jobs. The state line is right there. Somebody please tell me, who are these so-called Georgia leaders they're talking about? And why are they not supporting jobs for the residents in the southeastern part of the state instead of out here stumping for non-citizens?
A new Georgia law is changing how the state works with federal immigration agents, giving ICE a bigger role in local law enforcement. House Bill 1105 makes Georgia sheriffs work with ICE. Sheriffs must join the 287G program, which trains them to help ICE. In jails, this can mean checking records, reporting undocumented inmates, and holding them up 2 extra days. The law started this year.
Meanwhile, there's a protest planned later this morning over that new law. It's happening at 8:30 in Wright Square outside the Chatham County Courthouse. Organizers say letting ICE ride with police puts immigrant communities at risk and is unnecessary. They want the county commission to protect residents and hold police accountable.
They say the mission is to protect residents and hold police accountable, but it sounds like they're protesting to protect illegals. Listen, you got a lot of black people resting, and the others are actually grinding, getting in these industries to run it up. Bottom line, we're not out here running around with our underwear outside our pants with a cape on. Nah, we ain't doing it. This is not our business. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. This was definitely a big one. 400 people arrested. That's about a third of the people working here. Tell me what you think about this below. Special thank you to Elmer. I appreciate you, Elmer, for all of your support for the channel, as well as Dark Power.
You can show your support as well. The link to PayPal is below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to like and share.